We live in a beautiful city, full of history, a history that hasn't always been easy, but we have always moved forward.
Full of promise, the promise of hard work winning every day, and a future that is ours to make.
Filled with people who truly care about each other and who work hard and laugh easily.
Join us as we explore this place we call home. Explore Tulsa.
Hi, and welcome to Explore Tulsa,
the show that looks for interesting people, businesses, and events and brings them to you each week.
Each week is completely different. We are always excited to share what we find with you.
Like our first segment this week, they have nothing to sell, but we wanted you to know about them.
They're a great volunteer opportunity, and places like this make Tulsa a fantastic place to live. We share the story of an organization willing and able to educate you on all things wellness.
Extension has been around for 103 years, and so I already knew about Extension. It's really what I wanted to do when I went to college, was be an Extension educator, but there's only one per county, so they don't come along very often. And then, different things take you different places, and a friend of mine told me of an opening in Tulsa County, so I applied, and here I am. I loved being a high school teacher, but this, you see more of the community. You're not tied to just a classroom. You don't get the relationship sometimes that you do, in a classroom. But now I have Master Wellness volunteers, so I have a relationship with them.
I've always been interested in health, and I thought this would be a good way to get out into the community and share with other people so that they could get the benefits of it.
And I was just searching for something that I could do to contribute and to get me out of the house. So I was curious about the Master Wellness and thought it would fit my well house, if you will. So I decided that to learn more about it. So I called Michelle and talked with her a little bit about it, and from there went to training and have decided that this is a pretty good fit for me.
I was at the Owasso Library, and there was a pamphlet advertising it, so I just filled out the application and sent it in.
Basically, we bring research-based information to the public. So our state specialists at Oklahoma State University provide us research-based, documented information over health, over nutrition, over wellness, finances, child development, personal development, anything and everything that you can think of to better a human being. So when you think about the wellness, the overall wellness of a human being, financially, spiritually, economically, relationship-wise, all of that, that's what my topic is.
I just think that wellness covers a multitude of things, and the more you know, the happier you can be.
So that could be like today at a health fair, providing information to the employees. It could be at a class of maybe 5 people, maybe 100 people, depending on what their topic is that they've asked us to come talk about.
What I'm finding is the information that I offer is much more than is out there, really. They don't, a lot of the people that I talk with are not able to go, like nursing homes, for instance. We go to nursing homes and they're not able to go anywhere else to glean some of this information. So we're a handy place for them to learn about basic nutrition, diabetes, all kinds of topics.
It's free to the public. So basically we bring the university to the public.
The more Master Wellness volunteers that we have, then the more this is going to get the word out, and other entities are going to use us.
I did presentations for 30 years. I worked with children for 30 years, and it was time to get out of that field. But with Master Wellness, I get to use some of that expertise in presentations and some of my own experience from personal experience from having diabetes.
But we've only done it for 2 years, the Master Wellness program. So we're growing. We will train some new volunteers in the spring, and we're always looking for more volunteers.
We have a large Burmese population, and they don't know how to use their ovens. And so we go into the Burmese population and teach them how to use their ovens. And they get so excited, they stand in front of the oven and they clap. Yay, look at it, So it's just fun watching people learn and getting enabling them to take control of their life.
If you have a desire to give back to your community, this is a great opportunity. Get in touch with Michelle and join the team of volunteers who spread wellness throughout all of Tulsa.
With so many wellness topics to cover, you're sure to find something that interests you to learn more about and share. Austin, we need to take a quick break, but we're coming right back to a shop on Brookside as we meet a mother-daughter team who love working together.
The future has arrived. Video Revolution introduces Sony OLED Ultra 4K TV, the ultimate experience you've been waiting for. Sony HDR OLED TVs with color and detail so precise, you won't believe your eyes and ears. Watch the big game or your favorite movie. Immersed in vivid HDR color, deep black levels, lifelike detail, and crisp, clear sound which bursts from the built-in sub and speakers through the acoustic screen to dazzle your senses. Access content through thousands of apps from Amazon and Netflix to YouTube and more. With Sony's advanced voice search, you spend less time browsing and more time watching. And all images upscaled to 4K. Sony HDR OLED TV has arrived. Experience it now at Video Revolution, northwest corner of 71st and Lewis, and VideoRevolution.com.
Hey, have you visited our YouTube channel lately? Did you know that we have a custom playlist set up for you? Go to Playlist Family Fun and enjoy highlights of all the places and events that are enjoyable for all ages. Thanks for coming back for more Explore Tulsa. Trish, we found another little shop in Tulsa that has its own unique character and personality.
This one happens to be on Brookside, one of my favorite areas of town. Our next story takes us to Midtown and a mother-daughter duo who decided they were meant to be a team, and their shop, just off Peoria, reflects their passion.
The store is a big creative outlet for me. It's probably one of the reasons why we opened it, so I just wasn't continually working on my own house and to, think of something that could make a profit but still be a passion. So it's nice to be able to have both things. Probably with my mom, I just grew up always around that, so I think that that was probably the initial kickoff for that, jump-started that, and then I just always was interested in it.
I think she got the desire to design and decorate from me, because that's something I've just always really enjoyed doing in my spare time. I didn't ever think I could make a living at it because I worried too much about everything being so perfect, and the drapes, I just could never make a decision, and that's what Sasha's really good at, making decisions and doing it and not being afraid. But take me way too long to do a project.
So home interiors is our kind of main focus, so that'd be anything home decor, so lamps, pillows, art, anything like that. And then we have a lot of custom furniture from lines that we carry, and they're custom within reason. You pick the fabric and the styles and things like that, and they ship they're all US based. And then the gift side is a really fun side because that's always changing as well, and gives us the opportunity to kind of have everybody something for everyone. And so you might not always be looking for a sofa, or always be looking for a lamp, or always be looking for a piece of art or something for your home, but people are generally always looking for something, even though they generally tell us they're not when they first come in. But you find out after talking to them that they really are looking for something. They're looking for a gift, or they're looking for, something like that. The space that we were in originally was very small, because we started small just to make sure, we knew what we were doing, just kind of dip your toe in the water.
Well, I don't think we ever expected it to be the store that it is today, but it just seemed to work really well on a small scale, and then we just kind of, within 11 months, we had expanded to a larger store.
We were super fortunate to have this one kind of literally land in our lap. And my mom saw the guy walking by. She knew him from her background in commercial real estate, saw that he had something in his hand and was like, I'll be right back. And it was a pamphlet for this store.
and we were there within the hour and had a contract the next day. So it was very quick and crazy.
People come in and say, oh, it must be so much fun to go to the markets. We go to every major market in the U.S., and that is laborious. And it starts out really fun, day one, and then by the 5th day you think, wow, this is all looking the same.
It definitely has a lot of challenges, but it's worth it. I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
I don't know where it's going. I never, ever expected this. It's been a lot of fun and a lot of hard work.
She brings everything to the table, pretty much. Yeah, she's awesome. She does everything. I mean, anything and everything that I need, and pretty much keeps all the balls not from falling down, you know. They're in the air and she makes sure that nothing drops.
I felt like this was where I was supposed to be. This is what we decided to do, and I knew she needed some help to do it. I knew she had the raw talent to do it. And I thought I could bring the sales and the business experience, and it should work. And it did.
That's been something that we've been trying to work on this year, is getting more people involved in the shop, and so that I can start focusing more on design work. So that's something for the future, is more design, and still being the buyer and the owner and still having a big presence here, but not as hands-on full-time all the time, constantly, Monday through Sunday, every week. So it's mine. It's like, you know, you build something from the ground up and your name's on the door, but then your name's on the door too, you know? So it's definitely rewarding.
I like Shoppe Sasha. So many beautiful throws and lamps and pillows. I could lose myself in there for a while.
Trish, now is a good time to remind everyone to shop local and support local. Our sponsors, Video Revolution and Dr. Zellner Eye Care, are both local entrepreneurs, as are stores like Shoppe Sasha. Let's keep these businesses thriving, especially during the holidays.
Very well said. So it is that Tulsa just has a lot of these. Are we just really good at finding unique little boutiques and stores? How about like our next segment, a really cool bookstore? You'll see what I mean when we return after these messages.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
When it's time to turn it on, turn it all the way on with Sonos. Sonos, leading the way in innovative audio solutions for your home. Experience crystal clear, full-bodied sound at any volume level. And with rock-solid wireless performance and a system that's easy to set up, control, and expand, your Sonos can be completely customized to fit your needs. Video Revolution is your Tulsa source for all things Sonos. And right now is the perfect time to come in and talk audio. Video Revolution and Sonos, partners in superior audio quality and exceptional customer service on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hey, missed any of our previous shows or just want to revisit an old segment? Then swing by our YouTube channel to explore all things Tulsa. YouTube, the Explore Tulsa channel.
Hi, I'm Victoria McCarter, co-founder of the Mused organization. We're Tulsa's new poetry and collaborative arts nonprofit, and you're watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, we're back and ready to head up to the Kendall Whittier district and see what's new up there.
If you live in the neighborhood or visit regularly, then you've seen what's happening. So many new businesses are finding their home close to Circle Cinema.
Our next story is of a young girl raised nearby who has now opened, along with her husband, a quiet little bookstore right in the heart of the district. Time for a little peace and quiet at Whitty Books.
I've always been a huge reader. I was raised, and I was really taught how important it was to read. And it's something that's always really stuck with me and always been really valuable. And it kind of started almost jokingly. I complained that we didn't have a bookstore we could walk to over here, and then we kind of started talking it out, and it just snowballed. So I've lived in Tulsa my whole life, and for a while as a kid, I lived at Admiral and Delaware. My grandmother lived over there, and we lived with her for a bit. That's where we always would do family functions. I spent a lot of time in this area as a kid. So it's really fun to see how much it's grown and changed and had a bit of a renaissance recently. I just think this part of town has so much community, like such a sense of community and so much personality, and the history of it. And living over here for a few years already, we kind of knew how supportive all of the other businesses and Ed Shar, the executive director of Kendall Whittier, we kind of had a feel for how supportive and how active it was over here. And we kind of knew we were getting in at a good time, and we were just eager to be even further a part of the community here. We want it to be really open, really accessible. We're branching out into some used books so that we have some things at a lower price point for people that can't necessarily afford a brand new book every week but like to read. We wanted to provide a venue and a space for all different types of groups to meet. So we do live music, we do book clubs, we have book clubs we sponsor and outside ones that just use our space. We just really wanted to make it a space that people could use and feel comfortable in. We try to have a really unique selection. So we carry everything. We carry nonfiction, fiction, children's, young adult, and I do all of our ordering and curating. So it's a lot of work. It's rewarding work. We try to have, new releases, buzzy stuff. We also try to have a little bit more obscure titles and indie things. I grew up with the Harry Potter characters. I was about the same age as them when those books started coming out, so that played a really big part in my love of reading. I'm still a huge fan of those books. I'm definitely more of a fiction reader. I'm not great with nonfiction, I have to admit. Right now I'm reading Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and it's my first Neil Gaiman book, which I probably shouldn't admit, but it's very good and enjoying it a lot. I spend a lot more time reading about books than actually sitting down and reading books these days, I think. We really try to put a lot of care and thought into recommendations for people. And because I do all of our curating pretty obsessively, I feel like I have an attachment to everything in the store. So every time somebody checks out, I'm excited that book's going to a good home. Yeah, there's so much talent in Tulsa. We really wanted to be able to showcase some of the local artists, and several of our artists are right from around here as well. Sometimes we'll rotate people out, sometimes we'll, just as things go, replace it with new pieces. It kind of just depends. We just really want to continue to grow and expand our events and our selection, and I think that will happen as this neighborhood continues to expand and grow.
That independent entrepreneurial spirit is what we're all about. It's what makes Tulsa such an awesome place to live and work.
Whitty Books is the kind of place you can just go and hang out. Great selection of unique books and a relaxing atmosphere. You're likely to find Victoria working in her front window, and you'd be welcome to join her with a favorite book.
That's exactly right, Trish. Stop by and say hi if you're in the neighborhood. For now, stay tuned while we break for a moment. There's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Parents have a thing, when it gets too quiet in the home, we're worried. You know what I mean? I don't like silence in the home because it just feels dead.
Silence, that just doesn't feel like a creative place to me.
Turning on music in your house is almost like turning on the lights in your house.
Music makes mundane stuff better. Silence is probably the enemy of a happy home.
Bring the music home on the corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hi, we appreciate you sending us emails and messages suggesting new ideas for us to cover. Keep it up. As always, you can email us at info@exploretulsa.com or message us on Facebook at Explore Tulsa.
Thanks for coming back for more Explore Tulsa. We appreciate you taking the time to explore with us.
Believe it or not, Trish, I don't think we should work all the time. I know we both enjoy our time away from work. You log a ton of miles on your road bike, and I sometimes spend time with my dad at this next segment.
That's true. I do love to ride my bike, and even when it's a little chilly out, I can usually find a group that wants to do a ride. But I enjoyed learning about this next place too. Maybe I'll join you boys one of these days and show you both how it's done.
The Tulsa Gun Club is the best kept secret in shooting sports in the Tulsa area. It's simply enjoyable. Some people gravitate towards golf. Some people, want to, paint. But those people who are looking for an outdoor activity, if they have not tried the shooting sports, they really should. Much like golf, requires a great deal of eye-hand coordination. Much like tennis or basketball, you have to be physically agile enough to move and react to a flying clay target. Yet you don't have to be overly fit. It's a game that can be played by multiple generations of people. We have youth activities where we start children as young as 10 or 12 years of age, and we have senior members who are in their 80s, who are 90s, who are still participating. The games are open to all skill levels, and all it takes is an interest and desire to learn more about it. We are historically known as a trap and skeet club, so we're big into the shotgun games. We offer trap and skeet. We offer 5-stand. We offer sporting clays. We have cowboy action shooting. We have rifle range and pistol range, and we are open to group activities, corporate activities, birthday parties, wedding parties, any events that somebody would want to come and participate in a shotgun type game. The original structures out on the property were built in and around 1926 by the Boy Scouts. They offered shooting on the property as part of their activities at that time. The property was eventually conveyed to the Tulsa Parks Department, and the Tulsa Gun Club has been leasing the property from the Tulsa Parks Department for decades. The exact number of years I don't know, but approximately 80 years. I've been fortunate to be a member of the board for approximately 8 years and have served as the president of the board of directors for approximately 6 years. And the Tulsa Gun Club is a nonprofit, was set up as a nonprofit in 1974, and we have 9 board members, and so my role is president of the board. A lot of us grew up having access to a farm culture where we had the opportunity to go, hunting or shooting on, and those opportunities don't exist for people who are living inside a city, but yet they do. I mean, we're just north of the airport within the city limits of Tulsa, and most people don't even think that there would be an outdoor shooting facility this close to downtown. When it's busy and all of the fields are occupied, and we're hosting a tournament, and we've got 20 RVs on the property, or we're hosting a corporate event and we have 150 people on the sporting clays course. It's quite exciting.
A great place to spend some quality time, either as a family or even like a corporate group event.
They're really good to work with and so helpful out on the range. Great to have this sport shooting venue in Tulsa.
Well, we'll take another moment for our sponsors, and then we'll be back to wrap up this week's show.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Discover the benefits of making the right connections at Video Revolution. Connect with the expert staff who will take the time to understand and satisfy your technology needs. The installation staff will make it easy to maximize your new equipment for years of high-definition inspiration. Inspirational video and audio now with voice-driven built-in internet streaming apps. Connections, real live ones with people who know and care. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Are you a social media junkie? Then connect with us on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook at Explore Tulsa and Instagram at Explore_Tulsa.
Hi, I'm Drew Diamond. I'm the Executive Director of the Jewish Federation of Tulsa and the Sherwin Miller Museum of Jewish Art. We would like to invite you to the opening of our exclusive exhibit featuring the sculptor George Tobolowsky, and the exhibit will be open through the first part of January 2019. We hope to see you, and thank you for watching Explore Tulsa.
Well, that's this week's Explore Tulsa. We've had a little cold snap this week, but I hope you've had time to enjoy friends and family this weekend.
As always, we want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors. We couldn't do this without them.
Dr. Zellner and Associates and Video Revolution are both companies that support Tulsa in a huge way, and we want to say thank you for helping us as we explore Tulsa.
We are always looking for interesting segments. If you know of someone we should talk to, send us a message. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time right here on Explore Tulsa.
I got the best job of all. I'm a big motor mouth.
What should I say? Just say, I just feel so abrupt. Thanks for coming back.